What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live composing show. This is Stephen Melin. Hope you're doing wonderful today. How many of you have played the game Tunic? I wonder. It came out a few years back, and I don't know about you, but it quickly became one of my favorite games of all time. It is basically Zelda. It's a little fox with a tunic on, but it is so much deeper. It's actually like a Souls-like mixed with Metroidvania type game. And I'm really pumped for today's episode because we're revisiting Tunic today. And as part of Video Game Music Alliance, we now have a sound effects only game clip section where I've been going back through my catalog of now it's upwards of 70 games, well on the way to 100 plus. And one of those games is Tunic. And I've gone back and I've recorded gameplay clips all at the same, 60 FPS, 1080p, and they're turned into, I guess you could call it downsampled into MP4 files so that we could throw them into our DAW, and it has the sound effects only, no music, which is amazing. And what we're doing inside Video Game Music Alliance is every single month we have, we do lots of things, but one of the things we're doing now is a composing challenge where everyone that participates is given a gameplay clip and they can choose any part of the clip that they want to rescore. And then basically they write generally a 2-minute or less piece of music. And it can kind of be anything. And the whole point here is to kind of shuffle between different genres of games and to get a lot of practical experience writing for real media, writing for real gameplay clips. And that, this music can be used for our portfolios, for game music packs, to send to potential clients for pitching, and that type of thing. But it's a ton of fun. We've been doing it for a few months now, and I think we've all really enjoyed it. And so I'm going to be participating this time officially and sending in my clip. And here's the actual prompt, if anybody's curious. This is actually inside Video Game Music Alliance. And basically, I'll just kind of read this out. It says, for this month's challenge, we will be rescoring the cute Zelda-like adventure game Tunic. Your assignment is to write a new track set to gameplay visuals from our sound effects only game clip archive. And we have until this Sunday, August 17th, to turn in your MP4. And yeah, we submit it and we all meet together and listen to each other's work and give feedback. And it is just so much fun. And for those of you who have not played the game, I won't dare spoil it, but it is so much more than what is on the surface. It has a lot in common with Animal Well, for those of you who have played that indie game. It just has secrets upon secrets upon secrets. And every time you think you've uncovered them all, there's a whole nother layer of secrets. And it's just so brilliant, and it's so well executed, and the sound design by Power Up Audio is phenomenal. That alone is worthy of playing the game, and the music is phenomenal too. So I'm not even going to try to replace the audio because it'd be pointless. It's such a gem of a game. It's like trying to rescore, Zelda Ocarina of Time. It's like you're never going to measure up to Koji Kondo, sorry, or trying to rescore Final Fantasy against Nobuo Uematsu. So I'm not going to try to be those composers. I'm going to be me, and the challenge, the purpose of the challenge, each composer is to bring their own vibe, to bring their own style, but to conform to the needs of the game. And this is a Souls-like game, Metroidvania, and so it has a lot of moodiness, a lot of ambience, just kind of baked into the character of it. And I'll go ahead and show you guys the clip, just so we're all on the same page here today. Let me just kind of play a little bit of it, and I'll talk over it a little bit. So essentially, the part that I want to focus on today is just a little exploration clip. This is the first part of the game where you're walking around. You have a little stamina bar. You have a health bar, very much like Dark Souls. It's very innocent. There is no English in this game. There's actually no language at all. It's its own unique language to the game, which makes it so much more fun because you never know what you're supposed to do. And what you do is you pick up these little cards, and essentially it is a page of a manual, like a game manual from the 80s and 90s. And what you do is throughout the game is you open up a page, open up the manual, and as you collect more, it starts to make more and more sense. And again, not to spoil anything, but there are doors all throughout the game that it's like once you start to understand some of the secrets, you unlock more secrets. And it's just so fun. And so like there's a power up that you can now start using. Those are blueberries, those are for healing. And you have a whole item menu. Again, it's not even in any language. There are some English words in the manual, like there, just to kind of not keep you completely confused. But yeah, you just kind of figure it out as you go. And that is half the fun. It's just pure exploration, tons of great combat, super difficult boss battles. So it very much lives in that, right in that realm of Metroidvania meets Souls-like. It's kind of its own unique concoction, and I just think it's so much fun. So this is going to be a really fun one to score, because realistically, you could almost write any music on top of this, and it would probably work. And it's going to give you a different emotional tone. So I do want to try to stay inspired by the visuals and kind of just do my thing. And right at the top, guys, I went ahead and pulled out the microphones. You can't even see them, but they're here. And I pulled out the cello because something about this game makes me feel like we need some ambient background, but then we need like a strong but simple melody by a string instrument. So I really think either a cello or a viola is going to be just, for me, my sound, it's just going to be the right tone. I need a mellow tone. Think of like Hollow Knight. This game also has a lot of Hollow Knight vibes. In fact, it's, as you get more into the game, it's very similar to Hollow Knight in its story and everything. Again, I really don't want to spoil it because it's just such a masterpiece, and it tells everything through its visuals and sound design without text, which is just brilliant. And I think that is just a game everyone needs to go experience. And even though it's a few years old, it's a masterpiece, and it's going to live on because it's so stylized. It'll never get old. It makes me want to go replay it again. I probably should. I've been talking about it so much. But anyway, so I feel like the best way to start is to grab some retro sounds, but then use some live music to help blend them into kind of my style, my sound. And I also want to say really quickly, I put this in I pinned this in the live chat. Just a quick little aside, since I have you guys here. I wanted to let you guys know. Simple Samples Audio, I'm not trying to like promote anything today, but just as the owner of Simple Samples Audio, I've now put out quite a few instruments. We're on 2 pages now, and more is coming throughout the year. I actually just finished up 2 more instruments that'll be releasing in the next month. Yeah. And into the holiday season and everything, which is very exciting. But with that, you might notice something here on the on the page. I've had a lot of customers, but almost nobody leaves reviews. And I get it. Nobody wants to leave reviews. It's just, it takes time. But I'd really like to ask you guys, if you'll just take a minute, if you've used any of these, especially the instruments that don't have any like stars or reviews on them. Some of them have some reviews. But like horror flute, simple felt piano, simple concert harp, horror piano. If you guys have used these and like them even a little bit, or maybe you hate it, and I need to know that so I can fix it and make it awesome. But honestly, I would just really, really appreciate it. So like, for example, horror piano, all you got to do is scroll down to the bottom, and there's a little button here, write a review, and you just click how many stars. Let's just say 5 stars. You can make up a name, I don't care, or you put your name, email. No one sees that, by the way. That's actually, when you put your email, it's actually just so I see it, and then I can reply to you if you have a problem, and we can actually address it, which I really like, because there have been some issues with some products. I'm like, oh no, like in the viola, somebody said, these 3 notes are totally out of tune, and I didn't even know it, because it was hidden in my thousands of samples. It was hidden in there. I never found it. You have to play a certain special way to access that note. And I was able to nuke them, and I was actually able to fix them and make that person happy, and I like being able to do that. And then, yeah, just write something. I really appreciate that, because we've been around long enough now. It's just silly. Give you know, we sell instruments on a lot of other websites as well, and people come here to check out the instruments. And when there's, you know, no reviews or no stars, it just doesn't look very good, even though these instruments rock, and I hope you agree. So anyway, that would be very cool and very appreciated. Simplesamples.co. Just pick an instrument, give a review. I would appreciate that. That would mean so much to me. Anyway, I thought I would mention that today. Let's do some not Zelda music, shall we? All right, so the first thing I came up with here. I have a collection. Oh, the harp, Prince Fusion. The harp is my favorite. Not that my opinion matters. Oh, but of like I think the dulcimer and the harp are my proudest. Because they're so unique, and I've never found any other company tackle those instruments well. That's been some feedback from some people too. Anyway, you guys should know this. Boom. Of course you can't see that. You're on the wrong screen. There we go. In the past, I've created a database for different games. So I went ahead and just created a folder yesterday called Zelda series, and it's every single contact instrument that I have that is from the Zelda series. And that helps with days like today. I can just very quickly grab an instrument, and I'll just kind of pluck them through here. And I found Analog Tremolo Piano, which was used in Link's Awakening, the Switch version. And I thought that was a great place. You know, this was a Switch game originally, I think. It released on Steam as well, and probably the PlayStations. But anyway, I found this patch, and I thought it was so fitting because it already has some nice warble in it. And if you really cared, I could track down exactly where it comes from, but I don't really care to do that right now. I have a spreadsheet. But I just do some stereo delay on it. So here's the sound without delay, which is just perfect. It already feels like Tunic. And then by turning the stereo delay on, I just put a half note, 40%. And it'll tempo match. And I'm currently in tempo, BPM 110. And here's what I came up with. This is all I've done so far. And it just already feels so good. Feels like Oracle of Ages. Oracle of Seasons. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to compete with the actual soundtrack for this game because it's already perfection. But I'm going to do my own thing. So all I've done is 2 chords. And I intentionally wanted to make them 7th chords. And a little unusual. So what we have here, let me get my keyboard out. We have an F major 7. F, A, E. I think I added okay, I added a B in the middle to make it technically Lydian mode. That's why it feels like Zelda, because it is. But it makes it Lydian by adding a B natural instead of the B flat. Isn't that interesting? So that's the Lydian mode. And Lydian is the brightest mode that exists. So of all the modes from the medieval modes, it is the only one that adds a sharp to the major scale. So instead of F major, all we do is take the 4 and sharp it. Also known as a natural, because it's a B flat to a B. But we're sharpening the 4, and now it's the brightest of all the scales, of all the modes. And in doing so, we've now created this super mystical sound, which is great. And then I just take that and transpose it up by 1/2 step. Which I guess is not a full... I guess I just use voice leading. So we're going from an F... goodness, what do you even call that? Mr. Jordan, my music theory guru. What would that chord be? It's an F major 7, add 4? Add sharp 4. Sharp 4, I guess. Sharp 4, 7. It's a weird chord, but that's why I like it. And then I'm going to an F sharp, A sharp, C, D sharp. Or you could call it, goodness gracious, G flat, B flat, C, E flat. I'm thinking of it more as like a C, what do you call that? A C diminished 7? No, that's not diminished. It's half diminished. Again, I'm not trying to get too theoretical on this. It's what I heard in my head. But I like it, so that's the pattern I'm gonna do. Why is that just so comforting? It's strange. It's so alien, and yet it's so warm. And I'm intentionally, you'll notice, these are off the beat. It's 1 and 2 and da da da. It's off the beat. So it will only make sense once I have a bass or I have some kind of drum beat. So I really feel like a drum beat is going to help. And it needs to be super duper electronic and like drum kitty. So let's go to the old database. I'm going to get, let's just find a kick. You guys have seen me do this before. I'm a big fan of making my own drum kits. I almost never use loops. Even though a loop could be better theoretically, I just like making my own things. And it becomes more me and more interesting, I think. So I am going to use the little search function. I rarely use this, but sometimes it's helpful. I type in 808. Contact has several. But really, an 808 is an 808. There's no other way of doing it. It's just an old drum machine sound. It's this kick. We all know it. And since this is meant to be a retro vintage game, I'm probably just going to copy this. So let's just like nuke all of the effects, nothing special, just make a kick. And then I'm also going to grab from this exact same. I might want a 707 instead. So there's a 707, 808, 909. Those are the 3 classic vintage drum machine samples that you should have, and there's plenty of free ones out there if you don't have it. They just sound slightly different. Nah, 707 is a little too 80s for me. I need to hear them all back to back. And the 909. That's a little bit softer than 909. Oh man, Devin, I love writing drums. I'm a way better keyboard drummer than I am a drummer in real life, which is funny. Put me behind a drum set, I don't really know what to do, but give me a keyboard, I'm good to go. Because I've been doing it my whole life. Alright, so these are the hi-hats, these are the kicks. I just love an 808 because it's so clean, it does one thing, and it just cuts through every single mix, it feels like. So here we go, let's put it on 4/4 click. 1, 2, 3, 4. This will only work if I do some kind of syncopation like that. There. Bum, bum. So it's a pattern, but it's a kind of unpredictable pattern. So I'm going to quantize everything to 16th notes, and I want to make sure everything is exactly the same length, because when we're dealing with frequencies and stuff, you just don't want to mess around. So everything's going to be exactly the same, and I'm actually going to go ahead and make sure that my velocities are all equal as well, because it's a drum machine, and in a real drum machine, you don't get velocities. So what I'm trying to do is do syncopation, which means like dotted eighth notes. Bum, bum, tss, tss, 1, 2, 3, 4. Same, same. The next one should be different. Ba, ba, ba. And the next one, bum, bum, familiar, and then this gets us back, ba, ba. Okay. Then let us choppy chop like that, and just kind of keep that groove going. That's probably going to go for quite some time. And let's go ahead and call this the A section. This is either going to be a repetition of the A. I can already tell this is probably just going to be A2, because ambient music, you typically want it to just breathe a whole lot longer. So let's go ahead and do this. Take this, double it, and then this will be our next section, which will be the B. Let's go ahead and take our length of track and make it like super long. Cool. Hi-hats. Again, nothing too special here. But I really like how short those are. And so I'm going to take a stereo delay like before. Stereo delay is like my secret weapon. It has solved so much for me, especially in the percussion world. You can get a lot of mileage out of something that's very small and simple. So either an eighth note, let's just start with 40% and see if I like that. Like that. That's pretty good. Let's see if it fits. I think I want 2 delays. I think I want a quarter note. Like, maybe even a half note. That's why I like a stereo delay, because it's not just one side. Oh, I have to turn the mix on. Duh. Wasn't doing anything, was it? Yeah, something like that. I like that kind of galloping delay. It's just interesting to me. Kind of makes it feel like a metronome. Cool. That already feels really cool with the sound effects. I'm going to clean it up ever so slightly to be a little bit more repeatable, I guess is the word. So let me just look at this for a minute. I do feel like this one's a little strong. Maybe like that. It honestly just feels loud. There we go, turn it down. Cool. I can work with this. If like this one used to be da, 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 da. And then that'll be my loop point right there, which is good because remember the kicks was only 8 bars worth of material. This is now 8 bars of material, so I just get more mileage out of it. Even though they're similar, they're not exactly the same, which is more like a drummer. But it is a drum machine, so you need perfection in as far as quantizing and stuff goes. Cool, I can live with that. What else we got? I'm trying to keep some space too, because we're gonna do some kind of bass, and I'm really wanting to pull out the cello here. So let me think chord-wise. We can just kind of watch the visuals while we're doing it. I love that. It feels like we're exploring. Turn down the kick. So many options for melody because we have 4 notes to pick from. I really think this will be A2. How about that? This will be A2. I think I overestimated. So here we go. And then we'll make, maybe this will be the B. There we go. Looking good so far. I don't even know if I want to write any other parts until I get the cello in, because that's going to guide so much. So let's get that rocking and rolling here. So we're going to do a stereo pair of 11 and 8. Let me turn them on. No, 11 and 12, sorry. And the gains are set to 40. That's probably good. So we need to do a stereo pair. Let's wait on here. Big old audio interface here. 11, 12. Oh my gosh, I have a fan on in the room. It's blowing the microphone. That's crazy how sensitive that is. Hold up. I don't think you can hear it, but because it's not on in the house. Let me try again. It's so loud. Okay, 11, 12, stereo. Yes. And no, what am I doing? Guys, I haven't recorded in like 2 weeks, and this is I feel like a noob again. Wow. Sorry, it needs to be mono, 11, and this is going to be mono to stereo out. This is going to be cello left. Wow, why did that take so long? And then we have to make another one. This is cello, or this is let's type in 12. Analog 12, mono, stereo. There it is. Has to be a very particular way. Okay, and then let's make these blue tracks. And they're left and right because of the positioning in the room, but also I'm going to go ahead and take this and make my 100% left and 100% right for my stereo pair. That will work wonders. You'll hear it in a minute. That is my favorite way to record a mono instrument. Is actually 2 mono mics pointed at the instrument about 3-ish inches away from the F hole of the instrument, and then about whatever this is, I don't know, 2 feet away from each other. And then panning the mics, hard left, hard right. If it's a solo instrument, if it's like the main event, the main melody, then it just creates this gorgeously full and rich sound. Okay, so now I'm going to record enable, and I'm going to turn my microphone off. I've learned this doing these live streams, that it's really obnoxious to hear 2 microphones at the same time. So let me turn this off, grab the cello, and just try something. There we go. There it goes. I know you guys can hear me now. Cool. Let me grab the mics. Let's do a coffee break. Alright guys, here we go. Alright, I know you can sort of hear me. I think I'm going to go ahead and put some reverb before we get started here. So we're going to select these two. Let's see how that feels. All right, I think we're in business. It's super off, I know. So. Something like that. Oh boy. Let's try something else. One moment, please. feel like that might be a little closer. So. Maybe. It's not a bad idea. It's just it's a little rough because I'm dealing with like almost polychords at this point. Just gotta keep playing with it, you know. I don't know why I'm sticking to such like sad notes. So we're doing, let me just mute the cello. Hang on that seventh. Okay. All right, let's just do something. That's a tough one. Yeah, Hollow Knight is it's gorgeous, right? So this, maybe, it's literally the same notes. Whoops. Interesting. I've chosen two chords that don't relate at all. So it's almost like the melody has to. also starting on the 7th of a chord. So maybe there's a... Let's do this. Here. Before I get too carried away here, let's be smart for a second. That already feels better. There it is. So. Na, na, na. Wow, that's tricky. Let me try that. So it's a E. So na 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 na. Do I have enough to do that? Let me play the piano part in. So I have a visual reference. This will just be a smarter way of going about it. That's it. Okay, one more try. So you Ooh, it's a weird impressionistic. Yeah, now you're plagiarizing me. Mwahaha. Okay, got it. So I'm going to use that as a visual reference while I am recording this. Let's see how this goes. We'll find out. Try again. Yeah, it's so helpful to do that way. I need more. There we go. This is tough on the brain because it keeps shifting key signatures. What's that last part? Wow, these mics are not even at all. Hold on. Oh, that's why. That'll do it. They should probably be at the same height, don't you think? All right. Pass number 5,000. Cool. Let's try again. Here we go. Why did I do this to myself? Ugh. Wrote the hardest melody ever. What the heck? Oh yeah, that was right. Okay, let's just call that take one. Throw it over there. Do one more pass, just in case. I like to always have 2 quality takes. Oh boy. Having that MIDI is actually super helpful because of all the weird changes. Thanks for your patience, guys. This is going a weird direction. Let's move on. Sweet. All right, friends, let's see what we have to work with here. We have some material. I'm not even sure it's all great, but it's something. So a couple things I'm going to do. Let's mute the piano. Let's just see if that viola is actually worth keeping. Sounds pretty good. I'm gonna try a different reverb. I'm gonna try Realm. Rum. Alright, so I'm going to show you some of my editing hacks here to make this sound a whole lot better than it is. So the first thing is record multiple takes. That way you have more stuff to work with. It's probably the best hack of all. Especially when you know you got a wrong note in there. Then just do a crossfade. On this instance, I actually played the first one way out of tune. So it's best just to come in right at the start of the note, like this. And in fact, because of the location of it, I can actually just kill that note. I don't have to do a crossfade. I can actually just do a fade out, fade in. So for some reason that is yelling at me. So let's do that by turning on the grid. I'll just put it right where the note starts. Do a little fade in. That alone saves it. Instead of auto-tuning and making it sound like garbage, I'm going to just change the one note. So that's super flat, so we need to go probably like plus 20. Maybe 40. And then crossfade. Cool. And now let's take this whole ending and fade it out. Fix any other notes. Let's do a fade in. It's a little flat. No. A flat. No. Maybe 20. Definitely that's flat. But let's solve that first. That is such a hard. Wow. Let me grab the note from the piano. So I can hear it. You probably can't hear it out here, but. Sorry, D flat. D flat, E flat, no. So this needs to be way higher. No, probably like a whole. No. Good. No. That is Mary Had a Little Lamb. That's funny. That was too sharp. So I overshot. Dang. That's wild. But that is such a hard thing to hear. This is a little sharp, so we're gonna go -10. So this doesn't feel so off. Now, of course, go hire a great player and they'll get this perfect. You don't have to do any of this. I am not that person, but I can edit myself to sound great. But that's why I don't use Melodyne and stuff. At least I try not to. And auto-tune, because I'd rather just fix the individual pitch that I hear and make it perfect to my ears, not some artificial make everything perfect. Then it sounds fake. Might as well just use a sample library at that point. We need to fix this part. It's not there yet. It's so close. It's just this part. A little higher. Really, all three of those. 20 cents higher. Oh no, yeah, no. I got it. I tend to like correct it after one bad note. There it is. Just as a player. So I don't like staying out of tune, you know. I'm just so happy I have a viola to play this with. I don't have to do it on a violin. All right, not using that one. I need to find a bass. Something that maybe not even is a bass. Ooh, a harp sounds nice. What's going on, Sarah? That is the harp from East West that used in every video game in the history of video games. That's why I hate it / love it. What I really want are some just good old synth arp. I feel like this game demands pluckies. Gosh, there's like some nice tape in there. Now we're like the Wii Shop Zelda edition. That's a very good sound. That's Zelda, of course. That's Link's Awakening. Jeez. tone. Oh, looky there. Current viewers went down to 1. Just kidding. Why did it go up? Stop it. You're not here for this. It's so awful. Stop going up. The viewer count keeps going up. The more dumb stuff I do. That's the worst sound ever made. Yet I love it. Ice cream truck. Literally, the longer I play this, the more people show up. Oh, it's like when someone plays in a street corner. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad, as long as it's extreme. Oh my god, he's so good. He's playing Flight of the Bumblebee. Right. Just play loud and fast. That's all people care about. Oh my gosh. This actually sounds like... Oh, what's the Mario Paint? Goodness. What's the Mario Paint song? Why is that one note always in there? You hear that? Boom, 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 boom. Oh, okay. I can't even do it anymore. It's too painful. But I am going to try. Oh, this is the song. This is like the thing. That's the sound. It is. It's the nylon string guitar. Oh my gosh, what a fun find. That's what I love going through these, because it's like instant memories. Okay, this is the piano 16-foot. The one. Let's put a little touch of SNES or N64 verb on there. You ready? Back was teaching a private coaching lesson, including your VG mentorship. Nice, Jordan. By the way, guys, Jordan has a new video for VGMA members releasing, I think today or tomorrow. One of those. It's done. It's ready. We just gotta hit that button, hit that send button, and it should be in your inbox. Oh, this is, oh God, this is the thing. Oh yeah. Like the end of the game. This is the one. What a great music. Oh my gosh. Legendary. All fourths. Oh, it's amazing. Well, this stream took a different turn, but I don't even care. Oh, I forgot my reverb. These are all old Korg synthesizers that I've ripped. Legally. Oh, what else we got in this epic collection of the entire history of Zelda? So this would actually be the... Oh. In the Switch version. Yum. Here's a recorder from Wind Waker. Oh, yeah. That one. What's the grandma one? What's the, Dragon Roost? So pretty. These classic sounds. What am I even doing in this playlist? I'm looking for a bass. I've yet to find one. What's this? Twilight Princess. All right, enough of that nonsense. Jake, that's like my entire life. This is why I became a composer, because I couldn't stay focused during piano practice. All right. Once upon a time, I knew what I was doing. That day is long gone. Let's go to Zebra, because Zebra always has good things inside. I want a arpity arp that does stuff up here in the high area. It'd be cooler as an ARP. So I'm gonna go over here to my ARP. I want this to be twice as fast as it is. Although it's quite nice. Let's just see what happens. It's half the speed it needs to be. So let's find... even the thing, it must be over here. Quarter note sync, maybe it's supposed to be this. Yeah. So I need to go. I want to do 4 notes at a time. That is very Zelda. Game Boy era. This is my favorite era. Cool. That is going to be really nice. All right, let's put it in. No. It's not who you are defines you. This is so fun and pokey. Just riding that mod wheel to give it some variation. Up and down. One more pass. The Holy Cross. Cool. I really like that. So, to kind of seal that, to seal the fate of the chosen, we shall bounce in place to make it permanent forever. Alright, so over here, this is now a synth ARP. Bip. So with that, let's make the whole thingy, the whole track, blue. Blue for awesome. I think Mr. Cello is going bye-bye. Hide. Na na na, little flat. Mr. Flatty Flat, 20 higher. See if that helps. No, bad. Too sharp. 10. Fine tune 10. So just too loud, and maybe I hate it. I don't know. Makes you want to explore. We need a recorder. That's the secret sauce. A recorder. Just a very fun sound. Let me actually just go here. Let's see what we got. Lots of options. And let's just try a tenor recorder. No. Needs to be this note. Those breathy noises are high. There it is. There's my dry sound that I was looking for. Dang, that breath is intense. Let me EQ it out. Hear that? Cool. Maybe here. So out of tune. Oh well. I just trapped myself in a corner starting this on a major 7th. Everything sounds out of tune. No! Alright, it just means we haven't found the right sound yet. Still need a synth bass. Yo. I'll keep that just in case. I want a synth bass. I think I want... I think I want to go back in time a little bit. This, by the way, this is where the M1, the Korg M1 is where that Zelda piano was from. Basically, everything in this sounds like it's from the GameCube. Actually, that is the piano. Couldn't hear me for 10 minutes. Why? Sorry. All right. Oh, boy, we got. This is just one of those days where, you know what, show up to work. You're not always super duper inspired, but you just got to make it work, right? Why not? I'm kind of at the point of why not. The worst possible sound. Again. Hey, what's up, LG? I'll let Matt answer all that. If he chooses. Dang it all. I was trying not to be complicated today. Sounds like complication is just the name of the game for today. I can't hear that, so let me make that. Make it to where you can hear it. How do I do this? We did this last week. I go to the poly. I bring down the poly. And then I create a MIDI called poly D. And then do any MIDI. No. Yes. No. There we goes. Input. Oh. There it goes. Input anything. And then Okay, new audio track from Stereo 3.4 here. And this is going to be called Poly D. Audio. So I make it blue for audio. And then, theoretically, if I do this, nothing. What's the secret sauce? Why can't you hear me? Okay, we're sending. Try again. Strangely, I can't even hear it. But it is playing. Oh, this is so complicated. This? There. You can hear that, yes? Maybe? You can't hear it. How about? But you can hear if I do this. Can you hear that? No. Why not? Huh. Stereo out. All MIDI puts. All MIDI in. Send to Poly D. Maybe. Maybe the input has to be. Okay. I'm going to save myself a headache. Delete those. When in doubt, import from previous session when you did take the time to figure it out. So I'm going to go to my last session from last week. That was last week, right? Yeah. This is faster than trying to figure it out myself. Okay. Even though I figured it out once upon a time. Synth, bass, synth, bass. There we go. And that should do it. All MIDI, Poly D. What the heck? Sorry, guys. I can hear it, but you can't. You see on my screen? It's like doing the thing, doing the dance. No, we cannot hear you. All right, I'm going to. What am I doing wrong? Stereo in. I see things. Yay! And then, oh. You can hear it though. I think I hear things. He hears things. Therefore, things are happening. If we're going with this retro, if we're going with this retro thing, we might as well go for a analog synth. Let me tune it though. It sounds awful. No, that whole time, I'm sorry. Probably for the best because it was very annoying. All right. I need to find a way to map this thing so you guys can see my playing, but whatever. Here we go. Can you guys not hear it? For reals? Well, you can hear it now. Right? It looks like it. You joking? You can't hear that? What? It's audio. Maybe it's not. Weird, it didn't capture. This is getting weird. It's like it only... That's so weird. Okay, well, I'm going to try to convert this to audio somehow. So you guys can hear, because it was quite good. That's so weird. I'm going to quantize it. This is kind of cool, because I played it on, I played it on an analog, but I can quantize it as MIDI, and then bounce it as audio, which is super cool. Hopefully then we'll be able to everything should be good. Sorry about that. Everything else should be good to go. Let's see what happens. I don't know if it can. If I can bounce to audio. Is that a thing? No. It won't let me. Weird. Because it's not a... because a MIDI track. Oh, weird. Never had that happen. Render in place. Render? Maybe? Yeah, it doesn't work because it's not connected to anything. That's so weird. Okay, so here's what I have to do. Jeez. This is really giving me a run for money. Okay, let me just make sure that I'm on the correct... I don't think I'm even on the correct outputs or something. It's supposed to be 3/4. So that's probably why. I was on the wrong... Of course I was. I should be on analog 3/4. I was on the wrong input. Okay. Poly D. That'll do it. And I heard it because, it's connected to my studio. Headphones and everything, audio interface. But you couldn't hear it because it wasn't routed to the DAW. That's what was happening. So now, hopefully, all things considered, you should be able to hear. Let's just see what happens if I now record. Yeah, watch. See? It's there. And it sounds cool. have to record it live like this. You can't see it, but you know, all the lights are flashing because it's actually playing the instrument for me. I like that. The attack. Womp, 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 womp. Turning up the frequency sweep, cut off frequency. Oh, weird. It didn't capture. I have to do it one more time. All the MIDI is correct, but what it doesn't have is it doesn't have the cutoff frequency. So I have to go now live, turn the knobs because it's all connected now. Oh boy. Hopefully you'll hear it. We'll see. Cool. Yeah, weird stuff. It just has to do with the routing. But hopefully... Oh, so you didn't hear it just now. Oh, lordy. Okay. Mute. And now you can hear it now. Yeah. So there it is. Weird track today, but I'm all for it. I'm for the weird. Okay, at least it's there. It's printed. And that's good to go. So, what else would I do? Every school of kids learning to play. That was a good interpretation. Oh wait, I forgot the pitch bend. I don't know why I find that so funny. Maybe because I've had kids who've played them. There's that banjo. Okay. Okay, here's the verdict on the viola. It's slightly out of tune. It's almost like the only way to make this work is to effecticize it, infect it. How's that? Let's infect it with a delay. I don't know what's going to happen. Is anything happening? Is it even working? No? Oh, because it's 100%. This makes sense. Okay. Because it's fully left and fully right, it won't do anything. So, what if I center it? And then do a wild... Let me just do this process over again. Like this. What if it went quarter note, eighth note, something a little bit wild. Weird, huh? Huh. I don't hate it, which means there's a chance this could work. Okay, I do in fact hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Let's stick with this, but maybe just use less reverb. Let's EQ it. I think I can get it to a point where I like it. It's a little love. I already fixed the notes, Jew. No perfect pitch allowed. I'm sure. There's not much I can do. I mean, I do think the first note is flat. A little higher. Yeah. That's flat. You're right. This is one of those moments where I just need to steal the first note. This It's rough. It's tough. Let's go a little bit higher. Strings are so hard. I can live with that. All right. So, but we need something else in there anyway. That's going to help balance it all out. So, I really think just like since the viola gives us a sense of reality, so to speak, I feel like we need another pad-like structure. I'm thinking like old school massive. I agree. This is not ready, but it's getting there. Let's try a good old fashioned. Did I put that on the wrong thing? Hold on. No. Let me fix that. Do that old school vibe, but I'm also going to throw on it RC20, which does a marvelous job of adding some old, well, retro color. No noise. Let's do some wobble. Then we're going to go into the program. We're going to MIDI learn mod wheel. The volume. Then let's go one step further and go into the synths, and let's do a B2, which is a like really big spacious reverb. Kind of hit the big beats. And I think that anything that's also detuned is it's either gonna help it, help the viola sit, or just make it sound worse. Either way, let's try. Let's get rid of, just mute the viola while we're focusing. I like that a lot. There's a way to make this work. Save it for the second half. Vibe. Let's make it like 12. And then let's take all that. We can make it audio. It'll be super helpful. Sometimes you gotta experiment with stuff. You never know what's gonna come of it. All right. Let's have the fun of writing music. I'm gonna make these louder. Because they're a little bit late, but I like the warbly attack on them. I'm just gonna move the audio. Going to be super duper highly polished on these so that they are dead on time, and each little clip is its own audio. I'm going to fade in dead on each of those. That should help a lot with the production of it. There it is. Cool. I think that's going to be the loop. Just that. I feel like that's all we can handle today. But that's a really cool loop spot. And that's 1:20, so that's not bad as far as loops go. So let's just go ahead and take everything this way and kill it. I feel like that works. That's a better spot for it because the plucky staccato. Yeah. you stop it? I'm not finished, okay? It's almost like the this synth pad is sharp all the way through, just the nature of that patch. So I'm gonna take the whole thing and drop it by 20. 10, I'll figure it out. Stop it, viola, stop it. Just gotta find the balance. I'm using a lot of analog stuff here, so it's fighting with me. It'll work. Don't doubt me. It's a little sharp, actually. Remember, I tuned the synths. I tuned each instrument. They're all in tune with themselves, but we got to make it work as a whole. Yeah, that helps. 15. There it is. I'm actually listening for pitch this time. That's tough. There's so much warble going on in the synth. So let's turn this down. It's a cool loop. Cool. I'm really happy with that. It needs something else though to double with the viola. Just that extra thing, and it probably just needs to be a bell, a synth bell that doubles the melody. I just think that'll tie it all together and get rid of all these pitch issues. I got like 99%, and it's feeling good. So now let's look for something kind of plucky bell-like. Usually there's a synth bell category or something like that. What do I even look in here? Maybe piano keys or synths? Plucked maybe, because they're all synths anyway. Yeah. Like a harp. It's nice. Let's do a couple things to it. Over here, let's throw it in realm. Let's do Valhalla. Followed by Black Hole. And then let's really get that high end. This is where the stereo delay is going to come in. Let's do... Hopefully this works. Fix the G. G flat. Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. It's not ready. So close though. What's going on? Synth pad. I feel like it's, oh. Just this part's like a little loud. I'm not convinced that this is the right sound. I still think a bell is the right direction. So let me try again. Turn off all the effects. just see what happens if I go to bell. Bell or pad. Yeah. Sea of Stars. It's in the battle theme. Alright, let's get this dang old viola line home. Yeah, we just gotta turn it down a little bit, like. Opposite. Let's do 50 and 30. Yeah. Finally. Once we get the balance. That's cool. That's really cool. Oops. What's happening? Stop it. No. Bah. Humbug. There. Oh no. I'd like to have my synth bell. What's happening? Gah. Redo. Redo. Oh my gosh, I lost it. Bad things are happening. Everything's out of tune again. Ah! Oh, lordy. Okay. Turn him down. Save. Here we go. Doubted me. All right. That's why they pay me the big bucks. Solve these crazy problems. I like the higher. I'm gonna change the sustain on this patch. It's a little much. Here. There it goes. right, turn this stuff into audio and get this sucker mixed and ready to go. We're so close now. Let me go ahead and get all of the piano stuff bounced as well. Just so everything's audio, everything's clean. No weird MIDI issues. Same goes for the kick and the hi-hats. That way it's just good to go. I tried to always mix. These days, I always mix with audio. Never mix with MIDI because it's just dumb. It does not always do what you want it to do. And then I'm going to hide anything I'm not using, just so it's clean and easy to see. Hide selected tracks, and there we go. That's our track. That's it. Makes it so much easier to digest. Cool. Don't know why everything's off again, but here it is. There it is. So the loop is going to be there, and then this will be my reverb tail. I'll go ahead and do 2 bars to keep it simple. And this whole track is at 110 BPM. Cool. I like the viola. It's different. It just adds a nice little human touch to a very digital track. So now what do we do? Well, we now can export. I'll just call this Tunic Demo 110 BPM. Export at 48K 24-bit. It's the desktop. Here it goes. Now let's put it all together. I know it didn't finish loading, but here we go. Take it like that. It auto snaps to 110 BPM. Put it over here so we can feel the loop. Zoom in, please. Hello, hello. There it goes. Oh, heavens. Just reshuffled everything in my desktop. That's not good. Oh, well. So I'm putting it right there at bar 37. Makes for a very good loop. So if this was a game music pack, I would just deliver this as 2 different tracks, first time, second time. Or you could bake in that reverb tail. Like that. So now let's do the final test. Let's grab the actual gameplay clip. See how it goes. And just to make sure everything is good to go, I'm going to put my volume, let's just do -5 maybe. That should do. And let's test this out. Here we go. Feels great to me. All right, I don't usually do this. I don't want to do this, but I think I have to do this. I could call the stream over, and it basically is, but just cause I think this might be worthwhile if I focus on just the viola for a second and export 17. You can kind of, if you guys are interested in this kind of stuff, this is what I would do. 17 through 37. I'd like to just export the viola all by itself. So this is going to be viola together. And it has my little pitch corrections, but really it could use Melodyne. And I don't like saying that, but it's just true. And it's more so, it's because the pitches themselves, halfway through the pitch, it morphs sometimes, which I can't solve this way without just editing it to death, and I just don't want to do that. Let's just see if it improves it. And then I can globally take the whole track and go up or down a few cents to match, and it might solve it. wasn't the best performance in the world, but it, you know, wasn't the worst either. So I'm now going to take this, hide it, here, hide, and then we're going to import audio file. And to make sure that this all stays intact, I'm actually going to throw, give me a sec, take that audio file, throw it into the folder of my actual session. That way it doesn't get lost later. New window. All right. I know at least one person that will be happy with this. We'll see. Jew, come on. Give me just some sliver of hope. Man. Jeez. We'll see. I can just see her with her arms crossed. We'll see. But she has a monocle on, and she's holding a glass of wine. We'll see. We'll see about that. Oh yeah, I have to, this is new window. I have to create an audio file. So let's make it stereo viola combo. And then we shall import. Reuse. It's also just a pitchy track in general. Oh my gosh, why is there that? Goodness gracious, it already has issues. Let's just do one of these. That nonsense. Ah! Oh, the frustration is endless. Okay. Sounds like we're just gonna have to steal that and move on with our lives. Ugh. Do. Maybe that'll Jew. Oh, you're not hearing audio this whole time? Ah, blah, 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 blah. Thank you for saying something. Fixed it. Sorry about that. Okay, so this really should be here. It's okay, it sounded bad, so I fixed it. Now, let's use a good old Melin plugin, 64-bit. Activate, why am I not activated? Oh, lordy. Well, that's not good. You joking me? Oh, brother. Is it still going to work? There's just no hope for me right now, is there? This shall not be done. Okay, guys, I'm going to solve all this. I'm sorry. I was going to do it on the stream, but it's just turning out to be a headache. I will get this fixed. I have Melin. It's just not installed, apparently, today. So let me fix all this. I'm going to post the final video on Instagram. Check it out in a little while. Thanks for being a part. Sorry to just be a party pooper here at the end, but and those inside VGMA, you'll see the final clip as well. I'll post mine as part of the challenge, and I look forward to hearing and seeing what everyone else comes up with. So yeah, that's all I got today. Sorry, I just hitting some tech issues. I will solve it. It shall be done, just not in this moment. So thanks so much for being a part. This was lots